restarted this job because I wanted to get cracking this morning. But basically, had a bit of an exciting time trying to get the first wheel off. A bit embarrassing. My trolley jack is no good. It's a real slimline, small trolley jack, because I had it for the last car, which was an AMG, which was really low to the ground. Its lift height just doesn't lift this thing enough. So I got one wheel off. I've got an axle stand under each side because both back wheels are off. The reason the wheels are off, in case it wasn't obvious, is so I can paint them. Absolutely hate these horrible DIY black paint wheels. What I ended up doing, by the way, is using the jack that comes with the car. I never usually do that, but this scissor jack is actually pretty good. You can actually see that's lifted off the ground. That's actually the minute because I've got the front jacked up, but the car is supported at the back, and I'm just in the middle of getting the first one on the front off. This axle stand is positioned just under the subframe. I don't know if you can see or not there. So when I take the wheel off and drop the jack down, it's going to just sit nicely. The subframe's going to sit nicely on that little axle stand, and I'll do the same on the other side, and then we'll see whether a little bit of rattle can paint is going to make these look any better. Hopefully they will. Bloody bolts are painted as well, so I suppose I've got to paint them as well, really. Anyway, let's crack on and see where we get to. Right. Okay, so all wheels are off. Tell you what, this one here, which was the first one I took off, was a right pain in the ass to get off. These are the state. If I can get a good look at them now. Look at the state of these brake discs. Absolutely shocking. I mean, they're not seriously weakened, which is the phrase they like in the MOT, but they do look corroded to hell. Anyway, so these are brand new discs on pads on the front. Here's one wheel, here's the other wheel, here's the other disc. Big old massive brake calipers, aren't they? But then look at these little diddy ones on the back. I mean, I guess all the braking is up front, stopping this beast anyway, but yeah, these two discs are coming off in the next few days when get around to it. So in the meantime, while it's not chucking it down with rain, first task is to give these a good old clean with some soapy water. Get all the dust, and brake dust and everything else that's off them. See if we can give them a bit of a DIY cheapo paint. I'm not anticipating they're going to look amazing, but to be honest, it looks real, hate the word, but chavvy. Don't like it. Just looks horrible. It's not even a very good paint job as well, you know. You see this? It's like someone just got a tin of paint, and in fact you can see brush strokes in that, can't you? It's just been lashed on with a brush one day. It's pretty horrible. Anyway, this is just a bit of cardboard. Get a bit more out, and once they're clean, give them a paint. Anyway, let's crack on and give them a clean down. Okay, so I've been around and washed all of these with a soapy water, so they're now cold. Might not mention, but it's freezing cold here. It's not, well, not exactly freezing, but it's pretty cold. I had a good look on the inside and realised that not only was this a really shit looking paint job, but they didn't even paint past about here. And you only couldn't tell because of how dirty the insides of the wheels are. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I don't even like these wheels, whether they're black or silver, and I do plan to pick up a nicer pair of Range Rover set of Range Rover alloys at some point and just swap the whole lot over. But in the meantime, I don't want to drive around with black wheels, so I'm not doing a real proper job on this at all. So it's certainly not a how-to. But yeah, I'm just gonna dry these down now. Got a few rags lying around, so I'm gonna dry it down. Got a bit of alcohol. This is actually from a leather colouring kit, but it doesn't matter, just pure alcohol, and that'll sort of get any greasiness or anything that's left on the surface, and then at least the paint stands a half a chance of sticking when I do give it a spray. And I'm not going to spray all the way in the whole wheel. I'm just going to do exactly what the lazy bastards did before, and it's just spray what you can see pretty much. The insides will get filthy dirty within about 5 miles of driving anyway. Stick a bit more cardboard down on there and just use up as much silver paint as I've got. Certainly hope I don't run out, but it's not the end of the world if I do. Right, let's get drying them down and wiping them down, then we can just give them a... what I'll have to do is put, you've probably seen other people do it, just jam bits of card or bits of paper around the edges, stop the tyre getting overspray on it, and just give it a good old douse. Probably, yeah, I'll have to get all the nuts as well and give them a little spray. To be honest, I wonder if you can get covers, little plastic silver covers to go on them. Might be able to pick up some plastic covers to go on top of them. That'd be a bit easier than pissing about painting them. Because as soon as you put the tyre wrench on, you're cracking all the paint off and ruining it anyway. So I just don't want them looking black really when I've got silver wheels. Anyway, let's get them cleaned up and then start to paint. Okay, I decided to get the heat gun out to dry them off a little bit, and also this is the playing card technique obviously for catching overspray. I ran alcohol cleaner all over it and it seemed to take a bit of the sheeny, shiny, horrible surface off the paint, so I can only assume that's a good thing, and there was some sort of greasiness that might stop the paint sticking. Anyway, so I've run alcohol cleaner all over it, I've given them a warm. I'm just going to warm it once more. The cans have been inside, so the paint is slightly warm as well. Warm paint and warm wheels just helps it stick slightly, so I'll warm the wheel a bit now with the heat gun, give it a spray, and then get the next one. I'll do the same again 4 times over. Hope it doesn't rain in the meantime. Okay, I've definitely hit the first wheel and the second wheel with a bit of paint. First wheel, I hit it a bit heavy. You can see here I've got some pooling. It's going to look a bit crap, but this is the first coat. I'll let it dry a bit. It's already gone a bit tacky now. It's a sort of silver enamel paint, so we'll let it cure a little bit. This one I've gone a lot lighter with the coating, so we'll let that dry and then it should take a second coat and look a bit better, to be honest. I'm not going to cry over that really, so we'll see how that one takes once this one dries a bit longer. The front two, we'll do them in pairs, so we'll do them in a bit. So give it 5 or 10 minutes and I'll come back and hit these again. The wonderful British weather. Yeah, I've had to sort of run a hasty retreat, and oh crap, there's a bit of a silver circle on the driveway there. Shit, never mind. Yeah, it's chucking it down with rain now. Not the best when you're trying to paint. Never mind. Let's wait until it stops. And as if by magic, the wheels are now silver. I'll be honest, they're not anywhere near my best paint job. In fact, I'd say it's probably my worst, because it's chucking it down with rain. I started and I wanted to finish. A little bit dirty. Centre caps are coming in the post. I got new Range Rover centre caps coming. I'll finish it off a little bit nicely at least. It just looks better than black. At least they're not black, that's all I can say.
2,000 years later.